Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. I'm Siti Fazilah Hamid from Faculty of Business and Management, Universiti Teknologi Mara. Today, I'm going to present my research entitled Online Distance Learning or ODL, in short, Factors Affecting the Learning Performance of First-Year Students in Higher Institutions. I have divided my research presentations into the following areas, namely introductions, literature review, methodology, results, discussions, and conclusions. I will start with introductions. In late December 2019, the world was shocked by the spread of coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic. According to United Nations Sustainable Development Growth 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic has triggered the greatest disruptions in education systems, which affected almost 1.6 billion learners in over 190 countries around the world. So, in order to prevent the contagious effects of this pandemic, our government has to implement the Movement Control Order, or MCO. Currently, most universities have adopted these new norms in teaching and learning process, including my university, UITM. Apparently, ODL is seen as the solution during this pandemic. However, unlike traditional face-to-face learning, ODL has become challenges in the students' learning processes because it lacks human touch, no engagement and participations from students, and inability to form study groups. Therefore, this is the motivations to conduct this research. This research has two objectives, which is the first one is what are the factors affecting ODL learning performance among the first-year diploma students in higher learning institutions. And the next one is what is the highest influential factors affecting ODL towards the students' learning performance. Next is a literature review. Recently, there have been a number of studies on ODL. In this research, literature review focuses on ODL, factors affecting ODL, implications of ODL, and students' learning performance. According to Alam et al., ODL is one of the teaching platforms that allows students to access learning materials from anywhere at any time. Tesla 2018 indicated that formal distance education has immense promise for extending access to higher education and diversify the students' population, since online technologies allow students to learn from anybody, anywhere, and at any time. A study by Abdul Nasser and Mohammed 2019 stated that students' learning performance is affected by several factors, including gender, age, teaching faculty, and family background. Ashraf and Fatin 2019 stated the factors that influence students' achievement include behavior, attitudes, attendance, environment, convenience, and physical facilities. Meanwhile, researchers also have found several issues in ODL. According to Nabil et al., ODL includes students' online teaching method preferences, and then challenges and difficulties faced by students during ODL. Ramos et al. Also highlighted that uncertainty, time, teaching methodologies, locations, especially for those who live in rural areas, conflict between university assignments and family responsibilities, and limited electronic resources are the challenges of online distance learning. Moving on, methodology. So this research employs quantitative approach, which is using the online survey. Right, there is instruments adapted from this research adapted instruments from Malta 2019. So the instruments have divided into two sections, which is section A for demographic profile, and then section B, factors affecting student learning performance. Factors affecting student learning performance in this study focus on teaching and learning, and then time management, motivations, technology, and family commitment. So the populations of this study of this research is students diploma from faculty business and management. For sampling technique, we use a purposive sampling because we targeted students who are the first batch in embark on ODL. And then for data analysis, we use SPSS. We analyze using SPSS version 27 and by using descriptive and also factor analysis. Okay, next is a result. In this table, this is the information about demographic profile of the respondents. Right, for the gender, most of the respondents were female, about 85.9%. Age, most of the respondents are between 18 and 20 because they are diploma students. For environment status, almost respondents are from the full-time mode. And then program, most of the respondents are from office management and technology, about 70.7%, and followed by business studies, 29.3%. Family members involved in ODL at homes, only one members is 31.5%, 2, 28.3%, 3, 21.7%, 4, 13, and more than 5 is about 5.4%. Home area, most of the respondents also from the urban area, which is 67.4%. And then for the state or federal territory, most of the respondents are from the Selangor, 48.9%, followed by Kuala Lumpur, 27.2%, Pahang, 21.7%, and Putrajaya, 2.2%. In this table, is about descriptive statistics for all variables. Since in this study we have 5 variables: teaching and learning, time management, motivations, technology, and family commitment. Okay, for the highest means, it is found that motivations is the highest influential factors in this research. Right, motivation seems to be most influential factors among the students during ODL. For reliability of the skills, for the construct teaching and learning, number of item is 10, and then we got the Chromebus Alpha 0.805, time management 5, 0.838, and then motivations, technology, family commitments, all the number of items is same 5. Motivations we got 0.662, technology 0.775, family commitments, and 0.884. Okay, for the discussions, right, this research found the motivations was the stronger factors than the others, right, for students during ODL. And then ODL had to increase student motivations in terms of their engagements and attendance on their courses. Effective use of ODL could increase students' class participations and improve their behavior and performance. Therefore, the educators need to understand their students' motivations when teaching their online classes. So therefore, the findings in this research supported the importance of new strategic teaching plans that might assist educators to influence students' level of motivations. In conclusions, I'm highlighting again for objective of the studies is two objective. What are the factors affecting ODL learning performance among the first year diploma students in higher learning institutions? And what is the highest influential factors affecting ODL towards the students' learning performance? So for the result, research result shows that motivation significantly affects students' academic performance. Students being able to manage their motivations for their academic performance. So this study has numerous significant practical implications for educators, students, and also researchers. It is essential for educators to understand their students' motivations. Thus, this study will relatively contribute to the management of higher educational institutions to clearly understand the factors affecting the students' learning performance and enable them to conduct the further investigations. Furthermore, this study also, the result of the current study also relevant to the body of the knowledge. It also contributes to the literature by demonstrating the factors affecting students' learning performance during ODL in higher institutions. As with all studies, this study also subject to limitations which can potentially influence the conclusions drawn from the data collected. So the limitations of the studies include the following: the sample size, because limitations in terms of the respondents, since this research is targeted students from the Faculty of Business and Management, because there are first a batch that embark on ODL. And then in terms of the GPA, really dropped compared to the face-to-face or previous semester. That's why we conducting on the we focus only in for the first batch on ODL. And then this study also limited to the variables, teaching and learning, time management, motivations, technology, and also family commitment. Therefore, there is a need for future research. The result of all these studies can serve as a future research, future reference for the researchers on the subject forecast, which is future research. Future research should increase the sample size and collect the feedback from the more diverse universities. And then it is suggested also future study also might investigate the other variables. Then as the recommendations, this study suggests to the policymakers and academic institutions that they should continue to provide the current excellent level of support in the form of resources and services, and then find creative ways to produce better performance among their students. So this is the references that give the prominent for our study. Right, it's coming to the end. Thank you. That's all for my presentations, and thank you very much for your attentions and listening. Thank you.